POLITCS representing hard. The PALT connection ecstasy garage. Hip hop is here to stay. Everybody pump your fists like this. Let me hear you say. Lamp wise, provided backfire. Electricity to satisfy your desire. Trailblazers higher, names on flyers. Salute the man Dipwhite and Buddy Esquire. Harlem World, Armstrong, the richest deep promoted. The early days of real hip hop recorded. Cold, fantastic, furious, called it. Funky for +1 more, you get it on. Treacherous, spooty, fearless for hits. Concept, so sonic, took it out of orbit. Slick Rick and Dougie gave us the show we wanted. MC spitting like water out the faucet. 5 girls, 5 guys, the 5 getting sporty. Classic hip hop, I'm so glad we recorded. Hip hop is here to stay. Everybody pump your fists like this. Let me hear you say. Experience the greatest musical event in mankind's existence. A line of events in a game with players named that shake the world over, touching every culture, bringing in a new way of thinking. Peace, unity, love, and having fun. Swung the bat, Mario made the catch and bam through it back. Flash breakout and Barrett, first, second, third base. Tony, Charlie chase behind home plate. L Brothers, right, left to center field. Pete Jones, shortstop with the skill.
Yeah, we in the building on a Sunday. Hip hop, health, and politics. I'm about to hit the button, y'all. With my man Stan Morse. Yep, time to hit the button, y'all. Hey, what's up? It's Rock Logic. I'm in the building. Got a new show for y'all. It's called Hip Hop, Health, and Politics with the host, Stan Morse is in the building. He's got special guests. We're doing this show every other Sunday, at 2 o'clock from 2 to 3. Stan Morse.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Stan Morse is in the building. And we're going to have a good time because we got a lot to talk about. I'm streaming 2 places at one time. Let me get my Zoom room active. Oh, I lost that person that was in the Zoom for a second. Yeah, we're looking good. So I'm giving you all a chance to share. You guys sharing? Are you able to share? You guys
I think so.
What happened? What happened?
I said I realized I ain't got no service in here. Good
God. Man.
No, man.
Word up. Big shout out to Hip Hop Boulevard. A lot of things going on this week. And once again, it's about 90 degrees in New York City, and it's sunny. It is hot outside. I'm getting my chat room together. All right. So, yeah, make sure you share. Brand new show, Hip Hop, Health, and Politics with my man Stan Morse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just kind of co-hosting a little bit, running the boards. I'm about to hit the button. 1, 2, 3, and boom. Word up. So I'm welcoming you to the new show, Hip Hop, Health, and Politics. And this is so dope because we're doing something different. You know what I'm saying? We're doing something different. And we're bringing all those things together. We're bringing together hip hop and how hip hop is now affecting politics and in politics.
Absolutely.
And health. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have an aging population in terms of hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying? A lot of hip hop artists, the older generation, the Cool Hercs of the world, and the Kev Rockwells of the world, they're all in their 60s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 61, 2, 3, 4. Bam's got to be about 65, 66. So when you start thinking, Herc has got to be up there at 60, almost 70.
Yep.
So when you think about these things, health in hip hop is paramount. And I know Hip Hop Boulevard's trying to do insurance plans and stuff like that, but
Bless you.
in the chat room, what's up, Regina? Good morning, all the way from the Philippines. Yes, the Philippines in the building.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Okay. How you doing, girl? It's good to see you. Word up. So I'm going to turn this thing over to Stan Morse.
Yes, as Rock said, we're trying something new. It's a new show. The show was originally created to support my campaign for Queensborough president. I'm no longer in the race, but we figured we want to still talk about the issues that the campaign was going to be about through this platform. And as Rock said, bringing all the elements together, hip hop, health, politics, and really trying to reach a new demographic, and get these folks involved in voting. So that's the ultimate goal of this whole thing is to get folks to vote and get them involved and let them know about politics and what's going on. So we got my man Miles here as a special guest. We got Hank in the room as well. Today actually is my birthday as well.
Somebody's phone is up.
Hold on,
happy birthday!
Somebody's phone is up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm hearing echo back.
Let me turn.
Nah, it was Miles.
That's me.
I apologize. Y'all got to give me the etiquette. I need the etiquette when I step in the building.
Stan, did you say it was your birthday today?
Yeah, actually, the day I turned 58.
Wow.
So,
I'm a Gemini too,
Gemini's in the house.
Happy birthday, Stan. I'm glad I showed up today.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, I'm a little tired because I marched a long march yesterday. I went out with DSA. We had a Black Lives Matter march. We met at Foley Square and had a real nice turnout. And they just took over the streets. I was shocked. They had no permit. They had nothing. They just said, we're doing this. The cops were across the street. They were calling them pigs. They had a big pig.
Thank you, Regina.
They smashed the pig.
We said happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
I just let you know what happened. Yeah.
Thank you. And it was powerful. And I guess I'm wondering if the Black Lives Movement is going to be as powerful this summer as it was last summer. I know we've seen so many people die since we got the verdict with George Floyd. There's so many names it's really hard to remember. So I'm just wondering and hoping that we're not too traumatized or just worn out to take to the streets like we did, because the turnout was good, but it wasn't like what you saw last year, So I'm wondering, are we just overwhelmed, by the amount of murders that we're seeing from the police and how to respond to it, But again, the march was great. It was really, really, really good to see so many young people out in the street, and it gives you hope. It gives you hope, And as I look at the whole political spectrum, we're trying to bring the housing market, the housing fight, the Black Lives Matter fight, the homeless fight, all these various separate fights should really become one fight and one movement. So that's why they invited me there to let them know what's happening with NYCHA. And I was very happy to announce, and I know you covered it on your show yesterday, Rock, that NYCHA had a major victory. And there's a plan called the Blueprint that's trying to privatize NYCHA as we speak. It was supposed to go before the assembly this week, and Greg Russ, who is the head of NYCHA or the head of this program, was really trying to more or less say it was a done deal. And very much like Amazon, we was able to defeat it or push it back. And I don't believe this plan is going to go forward. So it was a very good day. I was happy to share that news with the crowd. And again, trying to bring these various movements together so that when I run again in the very near future, we have a platform and we have an agenda that's inclusive of all these separate groups, because at the end of the day, we all in this fight together. Republicans have sold us out. Democrats have sold us out. So we need to absolutely develop something brand new and something totally different.
Oh, I shared. MC Sticky shared your stream.
Okay. All right. So I got a lot of new stuff. So we got.
Oh, there's a lot going on.
So we got. I'm gonna ask my man Miles here. Miles is a good friend, also an incredible activist, producer. Just does a whole bunch of things. Also a health advocate as well.
Yes.
So Miles, tell a little bit about what's going on in your week, some of the things you're doing. I know you did an event with Bitcoin over in Woodside and bringing financial literacy to NYCHA, which is really a big thing. So talk a little bit about that.
Off back, I got to shout out Lorenzo Brea. He's running for city council in my district. Our district is 23. Yeah, District 26. 26. He's running for city council in District 26, and he's laying a great foundation for us. He had an event. This was our second event. First one we had in Queensbridge was a crypto stock event, just trying to inform people of how to make educated decisions about crypto and stock. So we basically, the Queensbridge one turned out real good. We had one on Woodside Saturday. Saturday was pretty good too. We definitely we informed some people about how to buy their first stock in crypto so they can create this passive income, so they can create this financial freedom. So yeah, man, that was a good event. And the next one we're gonna hopefully it's looking like it's gonna be Ravenswood, and we're gonna just cycle around and repeat the cycle. Queensbridge 102, Woodside 102, and then Ravenswood 102, then 103, so we can just just inform more people about how they can get involved with this. And I really feel like as a people, we all should be involved in this, and it should be like a side income for everybody. So yeah, man.
So now, exactly what is Bitcoin? You know, I mean, I've been sort of looking at it and trying to figure it out myself. And
can I try the dramatic music on that one? Hold on.
Yeah.
What is Bitcoin?
Yeah, what is Bitcoin? Exactly what is Bitcoin?
It's just it's a currency. It's a cryptocurrency. Just look at it as like a digital currency. Like that's what it is. Basically, you're able to buy things with it, and that's all, man. Nothing too crazy. It's just a digital currency. Like think about it, where it will replace the dollar eventually, because the dollar doesn't gain in value every year. It seems to be going down. And Bitcoin, for example, if you buy a percentage of Bitcoin, 1 week it might go up 2-3% in value. So you got to understand that's probably going to be the new currency of I look like it's going to be the world currency. It looked like they got us with this one. You know, they've been saying that they want to put us all into one currency, and it looked like this seems to be the move that's about to be done. So yeah, that's what it is. It's just a currency. Currencies is given value by the people, and the people are giving it value, and enough people give it a value, it will become the standard, and that's what it is, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna have to do some Bitcoin training here, because I know folks who are listening. I'm sure they caught what you're saying. I'm sure a lot of that might have went over a lot of people's heads.
Right.
So we're gonna have to really sit down and really go through that. Maybe do a maybe half an hour or so where you actually go into it.
Absolutely.
And show folks what it is. But I think the importance of it for those who live in NYCHA, and actually when NYCHA was first created. There was supposed to be financial literacy. There was supposed to be things put in place to help people move up,
really,
and move up and move out. But what has happened over the years is that hasn't happened. There's been no financial literacy, so you find that folks get stuck in NYCHA for generations and generations and generations.
Absolutely.
And which is one aspect. But I think that if folks had a way to move up and move out and better their lives and make room for the next group of people that might need public housing, I think that we could really do some really big things, because that was the intent. So it's really, really good that you're doing that. And we're definitely going to explore more of that on the show and actually show people how to do it and actually invest. So we create something. Can the people actually invest live on the show? Could we actually do something?
I mean,
like
we can, yeah, man. We could set it up like, for me, I prefer, like, most of my portfolio is 90% stock and like 10% crypto. So, like, I prefer stock because I have more things to make better decisions. I have more of a foundation. Like, you have a company's revenue, you have a company's CEO, you have a sector that's already developed there. So you already see what's the base of how much this stock should cost. So I say definitely, I would tell people stock definitely, but crypto, those some money in crypto also, but definitely stock. Find something that good companies that have a good foundation, and let your money rock, man. Go from there.
So now you've told me, I know when I first met you were working a job. So then I saw you said you was able to quit your job, do your investing.
Yes.
So it's gone well enough now that you can support yourself fully and just live your life as an investor.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's going.
That's great.
It's going. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a bumpy ride because I definitely November was 6 figures. I mean, excuse me, not 6 figures, 5 figures. December was 5 figures and January was 5 figures, but February, March, and April was not the same. It's been down. But this is the thing about investing. When your stock is up, you got to take profit. You have to take profit. You can't. Sometimes you be like, yo, I want to wait another year. I want to do this. Nah, just take profit right now and hold it. And the thing about it is, you got to be able to budget yourself. This is the thing about being an investor. You have to be able to budget yourself even when things are not right for the next couple months, that you already made your money and you budget yourself properly so you can live properly with your life. So it's not just about getting the money. It teaches you how to budget. It teaches you how to basically be your own business. So that's what I definitely tell people. Like, yeah, so for me, it's been good. I'm figuring it out still on the fly, but I'm still making money while I'm figuring it out and growing as a person, because one thing about stock is, it's an emotional thing, because you're mostly tied. We have an emotional relationship to money. So when we see it drop, our heart drops, not knowing like that's only value. That it eventually, if you're in good quality stuff, it should go back up. So working on your emotional connection to money and trusting the process is a whole nother thing. That's psychological.
Wow, we're gonna have to have a whole financial.
Do the whole thing about that.
Yeah, you got to do a whole. Now that you're talking
hip-hop,
about
health, politics, and finance.
Yeah, because finance is a big part of everything.
But finance is part of health. You got to understand. Like, people don't understand. Like, when you're financially healthy, it helps you become a healthier person. Like, when you're not, when you're struggling, usually your health is gonna struggle too, but due to the stress and the worries. So understand that finance ties into health, and these things all tie in together. Like, I've been not working for nobody for a year, and I'm really getting my health on point because I was working an overnight job before this for like 8 years, and no sleep. And I was raised like, yo, you only need 3-4 hours. That is nonsense. I need more than 3-4 hours. Right. I need at least 6. And sleep is essential if you want to be able to progress mentally as a person and physically. So forget all that no sleep talk. I hate it.
And now, what folks don't know, this gentleman lives in Queensbridge. So a lot of times people have a perception of those who live in NYCHA, and here's somebody living in NYCHA who is working on becoming financially free.
Yep.
And able to quit his job,
Yep.
And so anyone can do anything, anywhere. So for those who are living in NYCHA, in Queensbridge, or wherever you are, don't be limited by your environment. This gentleman here is a perfect example of what you can become and what you can do. And it's amazing, and you're a young guy, So to be a young gentleman doing this really is even more inspiring. So I want people to be inspired by that, and we're gonna really feature a lot of the financial stuff. But now you also do a lot of things with health, right? With the vegan food and giving out food in Queensbridge. Talk a little bit about that, and why did y'all choose to do vegan like that?
Well, let's get into my journey real quick, real short. So I've been vegan 4 or 5 years. I'm not even sure at this point. 4 or 5 years. I've been vegan. What made me become vegan is a friend of mine actually. She had a rare eye disease, and went to go see Dr. Sebi, and Dr. Sebi cured her. And from there, I educated myself on what food has to do with our body and the direct correlation between the high blood pressure and our lifestyle diseases, that we are really creating a lot of this stuff ourselves. So my brother Sugar Ray is actually one of the first people he influenced. He definitely introduced me to it. Bless you. He introduced me to it, and then from there, me and him just kept building. And last year, what was the real when we broke ground is we had a vegan fest together. When we had the vegan fest last August, it was a success. We had a lot of people come out. We were feeding people for at least 10 hours out of our own pocket, and from there, we got the contract for the food and just started giving out the food every week and feeding the people vegan food every week. So on Wednesdays, if you're looking for a meal, we have vegan food given to you on 40th Avenue and 12th Street from 12 to 2. Right now, we currently giving out vegan macaroni and cheese. That's what we're giving out every Wednesday.
Beautiful.
Come through. Yeah, man, get this vegan macaroni and cheese, and get some education too, because it's really just not about the food. We really want to educate the people and understand that, food has a direct correlation with everything you think. Like, how you think, your mood, your everything. That when you wake up with them back pains, and you think that is just random. Nah, because it could be inflammation from that meat you eating, or you wonder why a lot of people have acne problems. It's because a lot of times they eat too much cheese, and cheese cheese causes acne problems, and we're not taught these things. I had to go self-educate myself on these things and actually be my own guinea pig so I could learn and then teach others the way to go with this, man.
Well, that's amazing. And then now, on top of all of this, the gentleman is also a producer. So talk a little bit about your music, and then we're going to swing over to my boy Hank and talk about the artists we're going to have that we're going to feature here today. But as a producer, I mean, talk a little bit about your projects. I know I heard some of the music and blew me away. So I'm really excited for your project that's going to be coming out soon. She is a total package, beautiful voice, beautiful music, beautiful lyrics, beautiful everything. So talk a little bit about your project.
Just give me 1 second. I just want to give a shout out to the room. Good morning. Ellie, how you doing, Ellie? Good to see you. Sharita Bain is in the house. What's going on? Good to see you. Just letting you guys know that I am.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
We're here, and I acknowledge the chat room, and I see you guys. And this show is it's another vibe, hip hop, health, and politics, and that's what we talk about here. And we're going to continue the conversation.
And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about hip hop. We're sitting across from a legend here, a hip hop legend. So we gotta acknowledge that. But talk about your project, and then I'm going to ask Rock about the Hip Hop Museum. And then we're gonna swing over to my man Hank and these artists and get into that part of the show.
Dope. Well, me, I've been a music producer for like almost 17 years now. I play the piano. Right now, I'm currently working with this girl. Her name is Bubbles. We have an amazing project coming out. It's not gonna sound like nothing you sonically heard in a long time. Our first record is like a rock record. Our second record is like a pop Amy Winehouse type of record, and it's gonna be great. We have a good budget. People don't understand. Sometimes when you got great music, you don't have a budget to put these videos out and promote them. Your music will never get heard. So understand that even when you don't have the resources, you got to find a way definitely to be resourceful. So if you don't have the money, find the best resources you have to make it look like it costs something to make. And yeah, man, looking forward to this project. I let Stan hear a bunch of records one day. Man, Stan was like, whoa.
And because all of it sounded so different. Like, so if you hear one song, usually hear sometimes the artist, their music is the same and similar genre, whatever. But he went from, like you said, jazz or rock and hip hop a little bit, just a little bit of everything. And then she was able to deliver each and every one of these genres, with profession and greatness. So it's gonna be great.
Nah, definitely, it's great. You know what it is? Me and her, shout out her, Javon Bubbles. Shout out her. Basically, me and her both had similar paths. We listen to similar music. We listen to all type of music. We're like eclectic music people. So that's what makes, and it just really translates in your music. When you're really connected with self, your art will translate with who you are. So People don't understand. When your art, as you grow as a person, your art will grow as a person too. So that's why you have to continuously work on yourself. People keep saying, "Yo, I need to work on my craft." Work on yourself and work on your art, and they will grow together. And that's a gem I'm giving you right there. Like,
dropping them jewels.
Absolutely. So definitely work on both, and sky's the limit after that, man. For real.
Now, Rock, let me ask you about the hip-hop, the museum. I think that's history making, is that hip-hop has gotten to a point where now it has a museum that can kind of talk about the history of it and all the rest. So give us a little bit about what the hip-hop museum is all about.
Well, they created a Universal Hip Hop Museum, which is in the Bronx. They did the groundbreaking actually last Saturday, where they're actually building a physical building, and it's also going to be affordable housing on top of it.
That's incredible.
Oh, that's incredible. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. Wow. It's going to be affordable housing on top of it.
Yeah, we need a sound effect for that one.
Wow. So it's located across the street from 610 Exterior Avenue in the Bronx. The address I'm giving you is where the current Hip Hop Museum, or I should say exhibit, is at. It's a glimpse of what the museum is going to be. So they did the groundbreaking last Saturday. So that's Rocky Bucano and Easy LG and Mick Benzo and Ice-T's part of it. Nas is part of it. LL's part of it.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Fat Joe too, right?
Fat Joe, I don't think he's part of it, but he was there.
Okay.
He was there, and everybody I mentioned was there at the groundbreaking, and many more. Grandmaster Flash was there. MC Globe was there. It just, the list went on, Also this week in hip-hop, You had Sha Rock Day, MC Sha Rock from the Funky Four,
right?
And she's the plus one more,
right?
And that went down up on Gun Hill, up by Gun Hill Park in the Bronx, Kruger Avenue, Magenta Avenue. Chuck Chillout was DJing, DJ Breakout from the Funky Four, and DJ Barron. They were there. They were spinning. Mr. Excitement, my man, Mr. Excitement, Funk TV. Street Funk TV, they were there.
Okay.
Rocky was there. There was an elected official was also there also.
Okay.
And Rod Digger was hosting.
Okay.
Hey. So it was really nice. It was a really nice event. Big shout out to Sha Rock.
Wow, that's hip hop history right there, and I'm so glad that the art form is getting the honor that it's supposed to get. Because it really, for those who know, it just bummed us the show many years ago when we were young, and totally changed music. So it is great that it's getting the recognition that it's supposed to get. So I want to swing it over to my man Hank. Hank, is you in the building?
And I got a video lined up from them.
Right, so we're gonna play a video from one of Hank's artists from the show today. Okay. And then after that, we're gonna open up some conversation with these artists and get it going.
All right, so I'm gonna play the video.
Black Lives Matter. This is a consistent trend we often see on the news and especially social media. But do we honestly understand what it means or why we even say it? I mean, some of us only say it when an unarmed black man is shot and killed by the police. And another part of us has substituted Black Lives Matter with All Lives Matter because we just don't understand the reason behind it. But that's why I'm here today, to explain to you the reasonings behind this movement and why we say Black Lives Matter.
This ain't black versus white, this is wrong versus right. This is all of us together, let's get it on sight. You know if we stick together, keep applying pressure, and we never let up, then one day it will get better, huh? I try to talk to God, I'm hoping that he reach at me. Cops killing black people way too frequently. And if you screaming all lives matter, don't speak to me, cause all lives don't matter unless it matters equally. I stopped what I was doing just to hit the frequencies. I focus on my energy, I put it where it needs to be. This year done had some episodes, I think we on season 3. Coronavirus killer bees, now we screaming we can't breathe. I wear my heart on my sleeve because I'm passionate. I'm sorry white folks, but y'all don't know the half of it. Or the tragic shit, like how the fuck we get adjusted to not having shit. The average life of blacks up in the ghetto. We came to y'all like hello. We tried to shake your hand because we thought you was our fellow. Y'all tricked us, took the land, and then you threw us in a cell hole. Keep thinking we gon' put up with that bullshit. Hell no. Keep thinking we gon' put up with that bullshit. Hell no. Hell no. Now go ahead, dead king, don't be afraid to start telling them. Ooh, I love my melanin. Go ahead, dead queen, don't be afraid to start telling them. Ooh, I love my melanin. This ain't black versus white, this is wrong versus right. This is all of us together, let's get it on sight. You know if we stick together, keep applying pressure, and we never let up, then one day it will get better. I'm a black man, black tone, business, black owned. Nigga, I'm a king, where's my motherfucking black throne? Put me on the track and it be something that I black on. I pull up in that black on black with black chrome. Yeah. Why so quiet? Somebody need to speak up. I guarantee that Cindy get the job before Shaniqua. I guarantee that Brad gon' get the job before Tyrone. Ain't nobody saying shit, cause you know that I ain't wrong and it's a fact. It is no cap. You know it's harder growing up just being black. You feel attacked? We get attacked. Police brutality, that shit be back to back. I swear I hate to tell my kids about the world we living in, and they gotta work much harder cause the color of their skin. But you know that I'm your father, I protect you to the end. If you ever feel in danger, then your daddy gotta sin. That's facts. That's a fact. And we appreciate everybody who's standing with us. Black Lives Matter. Also, remember that. Now go ahead, dead king, don't be afraid to start telling them. Ooh, I love my melanin. Go ahead, dead queen, don't be afraid to start telling them. Ooh, I love my melanin.
Wow. Wow.
I like that.
Yeah. Wow, that was powerful. I was just at a Black Lives rally yesterday, so and to see this video now, is really powerful. So Hank, can you tell us a little? You introduce the artist, and then let the artist speak. But that was powerful, you know. So I'll turn it over to you, Hank.
Hey, good morning. I mean, good afternoon, Stan, and
Yes, sir.
happy birthday.
Thanks a lot.
Birthday.
You're getting older, man. You're getting older.
Yeah. getting wiser also.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's my man, the triple R, as I call him, real right, Rel. He's one of the young brothers I connected with a few years back doing some showcasing, and he, is a testament to everything that you were saying earlier, as far as when we were talking about artists who represent,
right?
And listen, do things the right way, and put that positive energy into everything, and put that 100% effort. So I'm gonna let him speak now.
Yeah, well, so go on, man. That was a powerful video? What inspired you to do it? Yes, please talk about it.
What's going on? Again, happy birthday.
Thanks a lot, brother.
My birthday was yesterday.
All right, Gemini's in the house. Yeah. Gemini's in the world. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, good. Happy birthday, brother.
I mean, thank you. I mean, I'm a black man in society, yo. I'm raising black kings and queens.
Right.
So everything that's going on, everything is social media now. So it's not like back then where everybody didn't have a phone or a tablet or computer. So they see what's going on. And it bothers them. So of course it's gonna bother me also.
Right.
Because I try to stay away because I'm an artist. I have a clothing brand and everything, so I have to be on social media. If I didn't have that stuff, I probably wouldn't get on it because it's full of negativity stuff, negative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like the song, it just happened. I was dropping my son off to his mom's, lived about an hour away, my 14-year-old, and he was asking me, he was like, "Yo, Dad, man, why black people keep getting killed, especially like by cops? It's like we targeted." I said, "That's exactly what it is." And I want to make it seem like we're more superior than anybody, but we definitely cause a threat because of what we are, who we are.
Right.
And I'm explaining that to him, like, they're gonna kill off their competition, but we don't see it as competition. We're not trying to compete with nobody. We just want things equal.
Right.
And I was explaining it to him, and I could tell how emotional he was about it. And so I dropped him off, and I saw it on my way driving back home. Like I said, it's about an hour away. I'm going through some beats, and I'm like, oh wow. And then that beat that just came across, the beat that was for that track, I heard. I was like, and then everything just came into play. And the song was written while I was driving.
Wow.
By the time I got home.
Wow.
I don't write on paper. I write everything I write. I recite it over and over in my head, and it just happened like that, and that's how the record came apart.
Wow. So out of a conversation with your son and trying to explain to your son this world that we live in as a black man and as black people, and that was the inspiration to write this song. That's powerful. It's powerful. Yeah. That's powerful. And now is the song, is it out? Is it out yet?
Yeah, it's on all social media.
Great.
I dropped it last year in August.
Okay.
And it's crazy because at that time when I wrote that song, I just got fired from my job. Right? I just got, and it was a whole crazy situation. I just got fired from my job in August. I just got a BMW. It was a 650 Grand Coupe.
Okay.
I'm a black man. I live in a small town. There's a lot of white people where I live at.
Okay.
Right? And I was constantly getting stopped by cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole George Floyd thing just happened. And they wasn't stopping me for no tickets. They was stopping me like, "Hey, nice car." And any black man getting stopped by a cop, you're gonna be shaken up a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
And stuff like that. It kept happening. I mean, I say about 2-3 times a week it was happening. And I was like, the car's bringing me trouble, and then the job that I was working at, my first time pulling up in that car, that was my first day getting written up at that job.
Wow.
And then I got fired right there, August 9th to be exact. I got fired August 9th. I bought the car in July, got fired August 9th. I sold the car in October.
Wow.
I got rid of the car in October. Yeah,
Rel.
Yep.
You can't drive a better car than your boss. Come on, man.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about that. Like I had,
Which is a shame,
I
though.
live in a small
That's a shame.
town.
But go ahead, brother.
Like I'm not in New York no more. I live in a small little city where almost everybody know everybody. And I mean, I was getting hit up. Like people was just hitting me up on social media, like, "Hey, you at Walmart or you at the supermarket?" I'm like, "Yo, how you know?" "Oh, I seen your car." And I was like, you know what? I don't like that type of eyes on me all the time. You know,
Wow.
because that would make you a target.
Right.
At any time, right? So I couldn't even be hidden if I wanted to with that car. It was too much attention. So
what kind of car you got now?
Huh?
What kind of car you got now?
I always had my Honda Accord. I had a Honda Accord also. So now I blend in perfectly.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a shame that a brother can't have something nice and be targeted.
I always had that before I had the BMW, and I gave the BMW back, right? And I just realized like a lot of, like you said, they don't want you to have that stuff that's better than them, or they don't want to be seem like they not up on your level, no matter what it is. And like I said, the president of my company, I got fired a month after having my car. Never got written up or nothing like that. All that happened after I got that car.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Hold on.
I knew it was an eye opener for me.
What kind of car did he drive?
It was a BMW 650 Grand Coupe.
No, not you.
All
him,
black.
your boss.
Oh, he had a. He had a Hyundai.
Yeah, I would have fired you too, bro. As soon as he said Hyundai, come on, man.
It was at least it was up to date. It was like a 2020 Hyundai something. But
people that drive a Hyundai want to have a BMW, bro, because it kind of looks like a BMW. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so you know what happened,
Sonata, right?
Yeah, exactly. Come on, you know.
That is a crying shame.
Nah, for real, that's a real insecurity. Like, I don't care what type of car somebody got, I'm still me regardless. I don't care if you got a Bentley and I got a Honda Accord. I'm me.
Right. Or if I'm walking down the street, I'm still me. I'm still me. I don't even have a car.
Right.
But like I was saying, like, so all of that happened, and then I found out the real. They tried to tell me that it was an incident that happened at work like 4 months ago. I managed truck drivers, and I was like, that never happened. Whatever. So why wouldn't that just be my write up? But then I found out from one of my coworkers that I'm really cool with is that the real reason they fired me, because with the whole pandemic, you had the quarantine. A lot of times you had a quarantine if you traveled out of state. And I went out of state, and when I came back, I was in the gym. I knew I was good, so I was in the gym. They seen me at the gym, right? And that was the reason. They was like, "Oh, he should have been quarantined. Why was he at the gym?"
That's the excuse, man. That's the excuse. That's ridiculous.
You know. So I found out the real reason why. But I was like, I leave it alone because everything happens for a reason. So after that happened, I already had the song. The song happened maybe 3 days after I got fired. And then right before I started my next job, because as soon as I got fired, I got hired by another job. I was like, I'm going to take 2-3 weeks off real quick and just, get my stuff, work on my clothing line and stuff like that. After that happened, I think a week later, I called my boys like, yo, listen, I'm coming to New York. And one of my old producers, engineers, and cameraman, he was like, "Well, I just got a brand new camera. Pull up. You know, I want to shoot something. I want to test out my camera." I said, "Cool." And I got a new record, right? Nothing was planned. Everything just happened.
Wow.
I called Delane up, my team. We all linked up. Everybody that was else there in the back on the bikes and stuff like that, they just pulled up because they seen what we was doing. They liked what they was hearing.
Was that did you shoot that with a Blackmagic camera?
No, he has a 4K Canon something. Okay. I forgot what it was.
It looked really good. By the way, the video was
very good.
It was very well done. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did it, and because it was like the record how it was, he was like, you know what? He had the video done in, I want to say, less than 48 hours. It was done, and it was out at that time. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So let me ask a question. I know the Black Lives Matter movement was really, really powerful last year, especially after the George Floyd incident. And again, I was at a march just yesterday, and it was a nice turnout, but not what we were seeing last summer. So do you think the Black Lives Matter movement is it lessening? Are we too traumatized? Are we seeing so much? I mean, why? I mean, I'm definitely not seeing the same energy, and we've seen many murders even after the verdict of George Floyd. There's been so many, I can't even name the names. There's so many of them, but I don't know if we are in the streets the same way. What is your thought on that?
I I honestly believe is that everything. All right, so when it comes to the government, I don't really trust nothing they say. That vaccine, all that stuff. I don't believe none of the COVID, all that. I don't really be believing in none of that stuff. I eat healthy. I take my apple cider vinegar, eat my garlic and honey. You keep your immune system up. People that you take care of your body, like he was saying, you take care of your body, it's gonna take care of you. You know, but I didn't caught COVID twice already.
Okay.
Three times already. I caught it when it first started.
You had double COVID?
No, he just said triple.
I had it. Yeah, I had it in November 2019 where I had all the symptoms. I just thought I had a flu. And I just kept drinking my orange juice, my vitamins E, my fruits and stuff like that. And it ran its course. I caught it back again earlier. I caught it in 2020 and I caught it again earlier this year. And both times I had it, I didn't even know I had it. I had no symptoms. Last time I just didn't have no taste, no smell, and I didn't have no symptoms. And what struck me with it was that when I went to go get tested, they kept asking me, do you have symptoms? Do you have symptoms? Do you have symptoms? Right? But I kept saying, all right, if I tell them, no, I don't have no symptoms, because that's how I make it seem, they're going to be like, all right, you're good. Because I'm telling you I have symptoms, I automatically got COVID, and that's what it made it always seem like, because they wouldn't take my test if I ain't have no symptoms, And I was just like, hey, listen, I just want to get checked up just to be on the safe side, and they wouldn't do it. So I had to lie and say, yeah, I got a fever and stuff like that. And they were like, oh, well, you got COVID. Okay, cool. Then I went and got tested at another place. I got tested at another place. I did the rapid test. I got tested at another place. I ain't have it. Yeah. So I was like, so now I don't believe none of that stuff they're talking about. But as far as the Black Lives Matter situation, I think that people, because everybody was locked in, they was able to really have to focus on topics at that moment.
Right.
And because now they're able to take their mask off and now they blinding us with the whole vaccine and stuff like that, I think that's taking away the attention of how powerful the Black Lives Matter movement is. Because you have people that still really, really invested into it, but you have people who were sucked into it because of the fact that that was the headline of everything at that moment.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. You're right. Now we up and out, we moving around, we are distracted. Basketball's back, sports is back. So there's a lot of things that we can turn to instead. But back in that time, that wasn't the case. You're right. I wasn't thinking of that. That's right.
I mean, like everybody got so hip to the mask. Like I walked, and this happened today. I'm going into Dunkin' Donuts to get my kids some donuts and breakfast. I just walk in the Dunkin' Donuts. I don't have my mask on, but everybody else had their mask on. I felt like I was the elephant in the room. Because everybody, right. I was like, oh shit, let me go get my mask. I don't fit in no more, and that's what it was a weird feeling. Like, they made it normal to wear face masks.
Oh man, yeah. Can I chime in on that real quick? How they released the Dr. Fauci emails, and they were saying, did y'all see the Dr. Fauci emails?
Talk about that a little bit.
Did y'all see what they said in that he lied? He lied to the people, talking about basically that he knew that the mask didn't work, and he just put that out there as a narrative. So basically, in these emails, he's revealing everything he really felt, but it says something else to the public. So we was getting deceived from a lot of his opinions were basically not the right opinions.
I'm gonna have to chime in here. Hold on.
You gotta see that email.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I do fit testing, right, with the N95 mask, right? And I told everybody, I said it. I said, yo, the only thing that'll work is the N95 mask because it fits around your face. Right. I said, you got a shot with that. I said, if you rock the respirator joint, you got a shot with that. I said, but this other surgical mask shit, with his holes in the side and all, I'm like,
your T-shirt?
Right, I'm like, that's no protection.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The way that the N95 mask is made, it's made to filter out germs, right? That's why they use it in the hospitals when you go inside the isolation rooms. This other mask, I was like, this is bullshit.
Right.
I said that. Thank you, Dr. Fauci. Thank you.
Right.
I've been vindicated, baby.
You gotta see me those emails. I did hear a little bit about it, but I didn't really focus on it. But that's That's
and so
amazing.
honestly, to piggyback on what you were saying, you shouldn't feel like that, because at the end of the day, after them emails should be released, we should be dropping all of those, because we all been wrong except for the people wearing those, and those still don't give you 100% chance, where people don't understand. So
I mean, like
you was right.
Like our bodies make its own toxins and antibodies. Our bodies, we breathe out toxins. You breathing in your toxins all day long. I got more sick wearing the mask all the time than taking it off.
Now that's so true. That's so very true.
Interesting.
You breathing out your toxins. When you urinate, that's your toxins coming out. When you do number 2, that's your toxins coming out your body. Now, if you breathing it out and then you just breathing it back in all day long, what are you doing to your own body?
Right.
You know, our defense is bacteria, but we got to make our bacteria in our body stronger. So if we're not breathing in bad bacteria, how we getting the bodies, the bacteria that's in our body any stronger?
Right.
It's like going to the gym. You got to work it out. You got to get that resistance. You keeping all that in, you're making it weaker. You know.
Wow.
And I realized that when I was running, I used to be able to run for a long time. I was running. I'm like, I can't run as long anymore. You know. I started taking it off. You know, I had to realize, like, I know my body more than the doctor will tell me about my body.
Right.
I don't even listen to the doctors. When it comes to my body, I know my body. You know, and just because they got the education, that's fine. But you should still know your body 100%.
Right. Now, Hank, we got another artist on. Tell us a little about your connection to this artist, and then I'm asking you some questions.
Actually, that's part of the team there.
Okay.
These guys have, I connected with them, like I said, years ago, and they worked, numerous showcases for me, always representing this. His name is Greg P. We call him The Voice, Greg P, actually. And what's happening, both of them, they just put a hot single out, and I think that's something that the people definitely like moving forward. So, maybe they'll do it live. I don't know.
Is that the song we have?
Yes, I believe that is the song.
Okay, so so Greg, tell us a little bit about yourself, your career.
Hold on, Greg. Don't speak yet. Hold on, because there was a lot of pressure just put on you, man. You said Greg P, the Voice. So now you can speak, because now that's a heavy introduction right now. Yo.
And why they call you the Voice? Why they call you the Voice?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks a lot, brother. Damn, I appreciate it.
All right. Glad to see fellas is good in health. Spirited and doing what you guys do every day.
Thank you.
So get back to your question. Like when I used to perform, my name used to be just Greg P, like my regular name, my last name, because I wanted to give that. Why you don't have a stage name? And you'll come up with something that's catchy. I was like, nah. I want when people ask what's my name and what's this, what's that. I'm like, I chose that name because it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the name I was given. Born with. So that's pretty much what my stage name was. And then as I started performing with Real, the public actually gave me that name. I used to pull up to venues that we used to do over and over in a cycle. So by the end of like a month, everybody knew our names, knew our movement, knew what we was doing, knew our songs. Mm-hmm. So they just started calling me, "Yo, The Voice, man, what's good, man? What's good, man?" So it started happening just like that everywhere we went. So I just decided to just hyphenate it and just add it to the rest of it.
Beautiful. So you sing? Are you sing? You're an R&B artist, or is it rap?
Yeah, I'm an R&B artist.
Okay. And how long have you been in the business and doing the music? And what was your inspiration? What got you involved in it?
Well, it's funny because I grew up in the church. I have a church background, right? But I was a tenor in church, right? So I was singing in my mom's choir, and then but I love music regardless. So I would just listen to different artists and of the time that I came up in, Usher, Genuine, and Tyrese, and different artists, and just when I started discovering my voice, I would try to sing their songs just like them, and everything, just mimic everything just like them to get that sound out, and then just emulate it in my with my own voice as I pretty much started just keep doing it. But I never wanted to do music seriously. I would just like to sing because I love it.
Right.
Like if everybody see the guy, the big strong guy that's always working out in the summer in the Bronx and Harlem and everywhere.
Right.
I know I'm talking about the guy always doing the pull-ups and everything.
Right.
You see how he's known for that? So I'm known for just walking down the block, listening to my music and just singing loud. I don't care who's around me. And then everybody like, that's the kid that sing. That's the kid that sing. They don't even know my real name. They know me as that.
Wow. Now, where are you from? Where you from?
I'm from the Bronx. Where it started, baby.
Okay. All right. All right. The boogie down. So now we're gonna try something. I don't think we've ever done this, Rock. Where we had a song play, and then had two people do the song on Zoom from
Now,
different
is that
locations.
the music video that we played?
No. So now what song is? We have two things we were sent. So one was a video we played. Then there's another track that was sent along with that. And let's see if we could pull it. This is something.
Good, you guys keep talking.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the song you guys did together. What's the name of it? What was the inspiration behind it? And what kind of message you guys trying to convey?
Okay, so with me, I think like I know people do music and some do it for the money and some do it to get out from where they come from. There's nothing wrong with that. But with me is more of a passion, like an art.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And music is pretty much, my definition of it is what you go through. It's kind of like your testimony of what you feeling, might be how you've been feeling for years, how you've been feeling, how you get yourself out of the dumps. And one thing I can say, and I think a lot of artists would agree with me, is that music pretty much might have saved their lives.
I got a quick question. Because I got two songs. I have Love My Melanin MP3 and Heard You. Which one is it?
Heard You.
Heard You's the record.
Okay. All right. Go, you guys keep talking.
It's okay. So you're just saying, go on, continue.
Yeah, so with the Heard You record, it's more of a personal experiences, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, we as men, we might get into a relationship here and there, and it might not go too well. And I just like to always tell like my side of the story, or I might even tell it from the female side of the story. Like I'm big on accountability, you know?
Right. Big word, boy. Big word, my brother. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like even if I put myself in a third party, like a third person view, like me telling the sides, it's like I want to give a clear view of everything that's said. You can actually close your eyes and visualize how it goes down. And it's relative because I think a lot of us go through these things and go through these situations. So I like to like make my music relative. So everybody can, I've been through that. And if you're going through something, it might encourage you. If you're down in the dumps, you're depressed, it might get you out of the depression, or you might want to listen to this song because it just gets you in a good mood.
So now,
I just like to make good music.
So I know we coming out of the pandemic. Have you guys have performances started back up again? Are you guys getting opportunity to perform, or are we not quite there yet?
I know certain promoters and everything. They starting to get everything back off the ground. So as soon as they're ready, I'm ready.
Okay.
Currently just being diligent on, you know, working, protecting the family, keeping them safe, doing what you do on a day-to-day basis. Work on yourself, work on your mental, keep your mental strong, because it was a trying year. We lost a lot of people that might have been close to you. We lost a lot of artists. Some artists that was, you know, friends and you know, actually good people. Fred the God, bunch, man, bunch.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
I'm waiting for the shows. I'm trying to hit the stage again. I've been getting hit up lately. Coast to Coast hit me up to come touch the stage again. What's the one that's in Texas that they always do every year? The big one in Texas, Southwest. Like they started hitting me up. Some of the people from there was like, "Hey, we should be starting back up soon."
Good.
So I'm ready. I think I'm gonna start touching those bases again.
Good. So we got. I think we got the song. Like this is going to be a first. Again, we've never had two artists in two different locations do a song. You know, so you guys are gonna be breaking ground, making history on the Hip Hop, Health, and Politics show. So let's rock it. You ready, Rock?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
I think I remember my part.
How can I erase all the pain? Tell me how do we fix what we can change? All I'ma say, yeah. We grew to hate. All the promises we ever made. never knew it'd be this way. Knew it was cold, knew it was wrong. I had to choose my right from wrongs. I felt the flame, we felt the sting. You said it's over, love ain't a game. When I cried, we cried together. You said be forever. We tried, you lied, whatever. You turned so cold. When I cried, we cried together. You said we be forever. We tried, you lied, whatever. We know we belong together.
Look, you know relationships have its ups, downs. I used to care, but I don't give a fuck now. You all up on my page throwing subs how? You worry about what shit that I'ma bust down. Baby, I'm from uptown, that's a whole different breed. I can give you what you want, plus give you what you need. You thought I was a sucker, try to treat me like a leash. Instead you turned me to a dog, and now you just a flea. And now I gotta flee. On to the next, on to the next, on to the next one. You already know that you was drawn to the best one. Yes, you gotta settle for the less, You can't build nothing stable on a bad foundation. I never been the type to hit the ground, start chasing. You don't even have to stick around, stop waiting. I'm just saying.
When I cried, we cried together. You said we be forever. We tried, you lied, whatever. You turned so cold. When I cried, we cried together. You said we be forever. We tried, you lied, whatever. We know we belong together. You said we be forever. You turned so cold, December. You said we be forever. We know we belong together.
Thank you.
That was hot. That was really hot.
Appreciate it.
Wow, I can't wait for you guys to be doing these songs live, man. I mean, how can we at some point we got to get you into the studio. We got to get you guys in here to do that. But that's great.
That's really what we do.
That's great.
That stage. That's where we became the threat on that stage.
Right. And how did y'all come together as a group? How did y'all come together to do this stuff?
Crazy. Like I used to do sales. I used to do door-to-door sales, and I trained him.
Okay.
This was back in was it 2006?
2008.
2008. I trained him, right? And we used to have to try to motivate people to go out there and sell stuff. Like I mean, like you going door to door businesses, selling coloring books and stuff like that, kids stuff. And when I used to work, you gotta motivate yourself to get up and really do stuff like that. So I had a song. I used to be like, I'm just always on my grind, trying to get this dough. I got money on my mind, trying to get it. I got money. And that's what I used to always say to myself, right?
Right.
And then he recited one time, he sang. I said, oh, that shit sound good, right? And at the same time, one of my other boys, A, that used to work with us, right? He was like, yo, I think you might have something with that. My brother has a studio.
Okay.
Right in the house. Yo, I said, all right, cool. Asked him. He was like, he's gonna talk to his brother. He spoke to his brother. Like, I think maybe a week later, he came back with a whole CD, right, full of beats.
Wow.
And that song, that lyric that I was kept repeating in my head, it went to one of the beats, and we did a whole song to that. And that song right there, we won. We was 2008 #1 artist of the year. I got that award.
Wow.
At the Elegant Hoodness musical event, musical awards. I got that. And I think 2009 we came in second.
Beautiful.
So, and that's how we met up, and then we just been rocking ever since then.
Wow. That's amazing. Nice. And you guys are independent artists, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
So are y'all looking for a label deal, or you looking to stay independent, or what's your goal?
Nah, I'm staying independent. I like my creativity. I like being able to do things how I do it at my time, my pace. Like I got like when I signed to this other independent label at one time, right? And they was moving. They wanted to push independent, but they was moving like they was a real label. So anytime I would come up with a record and I just want to drop it, now we gotta pull that back. Now let's drop this first. Now let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do it this way. hey, no, don't curse in your records. Don't say it's. I was like, you know what? Nah. When that contract voided out, I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with none of that. I'll probably get a manager, and that's about it. And we gonna put the faith in the music and the movement.
Right.
And that's it. We're gonna do it like that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your fans. At the end of the day, about your supporters. They the one who's gonna pay you regardless. You know, you just gotta keep dropping good content.
Absolutely. So we've hit about the hour mark. Any last comments you guys want to make? How can people find your music? How can people know more about you guys? How can folks support you?
You can find me. Well, let's just Google Real Right Rel. Or you can find me on Instagram is Real Right Rel 718. That's my backslash for everything. Real Right Rel 718.
All right.
Mine is pretty much the same. Greg Peter Voice, everything, Twitter, Reverb, SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram.
You was about to say MySpace. You still got MySpace?
I do actually.
MySpace. Oh my God, we going way back.
It's still out there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's still out there.
Okay.
Also, everything is out on Apple Music, any streaming platform. I have two singles out right now. One is of late. This is the new one.
Okay.
I'm currently getting ready to drop the rest of the project. It's called In My Feelings.
Okay.
I'm just in the process of doing that, getting ready to drop soon. Just want to run the single for a little bit.
Well, we want you guys, whenever you want to come back or showcase some music, whatever the case may be, this is a platform for you. Me and Hank go way back, so whatever Hank is supporting, I'm supporting. And we want you guys to come back. We want you guys to come back. And ultimately, at some point, we're going to be putting together some sort of a concert or something. And we're going to want you guys to do that. And we're going to be having some community events, where we're going to bring this music. We're going to bring independent politics, independent music, independent everything, to our community and really get them to really get involved with this movement that we're going to create. So we really appreciate you guys coming on. Hank, anything you want to say?
No, I just wanted to thank the guys also. You already said it as far as the plans, as far as, concerts and shows and stuff moving forward. Team Let's Get It. We're about to do it real big. Summertime is here. And
absolutely.
I definitely want to find out more, though, about that investment stuff, too.
Well,
because, when we were younger, we always thought that it took thousands and thousands of dollars before you could start.
Right.
But now you're finding out the real deal.
Now it's good though. The thing about it is you don't need as much to start, man. That's the thing. It's time just to start, and then you can educate yourself, and you can with call options, which is a part of doing stock. You can make a bunch of money.
So we're gonna commit Miles over here to make sure we have him come on and do about a half an hour segment on stocks, which I think is important because we doing music, we doing all these kind of things, but it's good to know how to invest our money and really prosper and grow and grow beyond that.
I wish we had this conversation because when you said you got to know when to pull out, some people just be like, you got to be able to take some type of profit.
Yeah.
Don't let it sit all the time. Like, that just happened. I think it was Russia hacked our gas lines.
Right.
Gas prices just went up like crazy, like 2-3 weeks ago. When I said my stock went up so crazy, I was like, oh shit. I was in a couple thousand. I was like, all right, cool. And the next thing you know, everything was fixed. My joint just dropped. I was
man. Look, especially listen.
I should have pulled out.
Now look, this is a good tip. I want you to think about this one though. And and stock it correlates with life. Understand that gas will not be the standard moving forward in the future. So anytime your gas, anything that spikes up, you take profit because you have to understand that sector is slowly going down. We're transferring to hydrogen and electrical. So anytime your gas spike, take your profit because that is not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So I wish we had this conversation like 3 weeks ago. I would have been on vacation. Y'all would have been talking to me. I would have been on an island somewhere.
Yeah, man. Y'all should follow me on Instagram because we're going to have a couple stock events too if y'all want to pop out. My Instagram is Hollyhood, PROD. I will definitely be having stock events and stock information, and you could DM me if you got a question. I'll take it. Man, and I have a group on Facebook. If you really want to get in and dive in, I have a group on Facebook called Financial Freedom, and if you really want to be in, That's where you get your information about stock, crypto, options, everything. We lay everything in that group on Facebook. Financial Freedom.
I'm gonna connect.
I just followed you on IG.
Yeah, definitely. I bet.
And I also I'm gonna connect you guys in an email as well. So Hank, let's do that. And also this gentleman here is a producer, so maybe you guys may collaborate on some music. I'm telling you, he's hot. He's a hot producer, straight out of Queensbridge. You know, so I think we could do some things together, man. We're gonna build this show into a big show. We're gonna want you guys to be a part of it. Friends of the show, always come back. You're always welcome. And we're going to make this happen. Hank, thanks for hanging in there, man, after the campaign. I wasn't going to do it, you know, but Hank said, Stan, keep doing the show. You know, so I said, all right, Hank, I'm going to follow that. As you gave me passes back in the day for playing ball, I'll take that pass and we'll keep on moving, man. So we're going to punch out. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to share the show. I want you guys to share it. Let's make this a big one and get over 1,000 or more views on this show. We're going to push it. All right, gentlemen, let's do it.
All right, so everybody stay up.
All right.